Most of us think twins are just two people who look alike, but some twins rewrite every rule nature ever made. Around the world, there are pairs so rare that doctors still study how they even exist. Different skin colors, opposite personalities, or bodies that work in unbelievable ways, they aren't only linked by genetics. There's something much deeper and harder to explain between them. So, we are back with the top 15 rare twins who prove that when it comes to birth, nature has a wild imagination and absolutely no limits. Number 15. Sienna and Sierra Bernal. Sienna and Sierra Bernal have one of the most extraordinary twin stories ever recorded. Born identical, the sisters share the same DNA, yet their appearances couldn't be more different. Sienna stands at average height, while Sierra is more than a foot shorter due to a rare form of primordial dwarfism, a condition that affects bone growth and overall stature. Despite the contrast, their personalities balance perfectly. Sienna often acts as her sister's biggest supporter, while Sierra brings humor and confidence that light up any room. Doctors were initially puzzled by how identical twins could grow so differently, making their case one of medical curiosity and wonder. Today, the Bernal twins have embraced their differences and turned them into strength, using social media to raise awareness about dwarfism and body positivity. Their bond reminds the world that being identical doesn't mean being the same, and that real beauty lies in every difference that makes us unique. Number 14. Esther Olukoya and Emily Ogunde. Esther Taiwo Olukoya and Emily Kehinde. Olukoga Ogunde were identical twins from Ijebu-Ode, Nigeria, whose lives became a symbol of remarkable longevity and unbreakable sisterhood. Born on March 16, 1913, the pair lived side by side for over a century, celebrating their 100th birthday in 2013 as Nigeria's oldest living twins. Both worked as traders, building their lives through dedication and faith. Emily later married the legendary Nigerian actor Hubert Ogunde, becoming part of one of the country's most respected artistic families. Despite age slowing them down, Esther used a wheelchair in her later years. Their spirit never faded. They credited their long lives to family genes, a healthy lifestyle free from smoking or drinking, and their unwavering faith in God. Emily passed away in September 2013, while Esther followed in 2018. Together, they left behind more than a record. They proved that love, faith, and resilience can outlast even a century. Number 13. Grace and Virginia Kennedy, Poto and Kabengo. Grace and Virginia Kennedy, born in 1970 in Columbus, Georgia, became known for one of the most unusual forms of twin communication ever recorded. The identical sisters, who called each other Poto and Kabengo, created an entire private language that no one else could understand. Their early years were marked by isolation. Their parents worked long hours, their German-speaking grandmother cared for them, and they had little exposure to English or contact with other children. Despite showing normal intelligence, both girls experienced seizures as infants, which led their parents to mistakenly assume they had developmental challenges. Left mostly on their own, they built a shared linguistic world, known as cryptophagia, allowing them to communicate fluently only with each other. Their unique case was later studied at the Children's Hospital of San Diego and documented in the 1980 film Poto and Kabengo by Jean-Pierre Gorin. Their story remains one of the most fascinating examples of how the environment shapes language and connection. Number 12. Masha and Dasha Krivoshlyapova. Masha and Dasha Krivoshlyapova were among the most studied and tragic conjoined twins in history. Born in Moscow on January 3, 1950, they were joined at the waist, sharing one leg and a third partial limb, with separate torsos and heads. Their mother, Yekaterina, endured a difficult 2-day labor, unaware she was carrying twins. Soon after birth, Soviet physiologists took the girls for scientific research, falsely informing their mothers that they had died. Used as subjects in cruel experiments to test human endurance, they suffered through extreme temperatures, starvation, and electrical tests during their early years in state institutions. Despite years of mistreatment, the sisters learned to walk and later attended a boarding school where they briefly experienced happiness. Their contrasting personalities, Masha dominant and Dasha gentle, often clashed, yet their bond remained unbreakable. They reunited with their mother in 1985, lived together until Masha's death in 2003, and passed away within hours of each other, still inseparable after 53 years. Number 11. Carl and Clarence Aguirre. Carl and Clarence Aguirre's story is one of extraordinary courage and medical achievement. Born on April 21, 2002 in Manila, the twin boys were joined at the top of their heads, sharing about 8 centimeters of brain tissue. Doctors warned their mother, Arlene, that neither would survive beyond infancy without separation, and even suggested saving only one child, but she refused. After struggling through their first year in the Philippines, help arrived when the Philippine Airlines Foundation and the nonprofit Children's Chance connected them with New York neurosurgeon Dr. James Goodrich. In 2003, Arlene and her sons traveled to New York, where a team at the Children's Hospital at Montefiore performed 4 complex surgeries over 10 months. On August 4, 2004, the twins were finally separated, the first successful staged separation of Craniopagus twins. Today, living in Scarsdale, New York, Carl continues therapy for partial paralysis, while Clarence walks independently, both living proof of resilience and a mother's unwavering faith. Number 10. Monoamniotic twins at UAB Medicine. Brittany Alba's story captured worldwide attention when she gave birth to one of the rarest sets of twins ever recorded. An elementary school teacher from Tuscaloosa, Alabama, she became pregnant with another pair of twins only 6 months after delivering her first set of boys, Luca and Levi. What made her second pregnancy so extraordinary was that her daughters, Lydia and Lindley, were monoamniotic monochorionic twins, meaning they shared the same placenta and amniotic sac. Known as Momo twins, they represent less than 1% of births and face serious risks, including umbilical cord entanglement and stillbirth. Under the care of a skilled team at the University of Alabama at Birmingham, Brittany spent over 50 days in the hospital, receiving constant monitoring from specialists and neonatal experts. On October 25, 2022, Lydia and Lindley were safely delivered at 32 weeks and spent several weeks in intensive care before going home. Their survival defied extraordinary odds, marking a rare and heartwarming medical success. Number 9. TTTS laser procedure twins. Jessica Proudfoot's pregnancy took an unexpected turn when her twins were diagnosed at 20 weeks with twin-to-twin transfusion syndrome, TTTS, a life-threatening condition affecting only a small percentage of identical twins who share one placenta. Living in Canal Fulton, Ohio, she learned that one twin was receiving too much blood while the other was getting too little, an imbalance that could have been fatal for both. Determined to save them, Jessica turned to the Cleveland Clinic's Fetal Care Center, where maternal-fetal specialist Dr. Courtney Stevenson recommended a rare and delicate surgery called fetoscopic laser ablation. The procedure involves inserting a small camera into the womb to locate abnormal blood vessels on the placenta and seal them with a laser, restoring separate circulation for each baby. Jessica's case, classified as Stage 2 TTTS, required precise timing and expert coordination. Thanks to the surgical team's skill and her unwavering determination, both twins survived, beating staggering odds before they even took their first breath. Number 8. Abby and Brittany Hensel. Imagine a thing so rare that it seems impossible. Two people sharing one body but living as two completely separate minds. That's the reality of Abby and Brittany Hensel, conjoined twins born on March 7, 1990, in Carver County, Minnesota. Classified as dicephalic parapagus twins, they share one torso yet have two heads, two hearts, and a single set of lower organs. Each controls one arm and one leg, meaning even the simplest movement requires perfect coordination. From learning to walk and play sports to earning individual driver's licenses, their cooperation is seamless. Their parents chose not to pursue separation surgery, believing they were meant to live as one. Over time, Abby and Brittany proved that decision right. They've starred in documentaries, featured on major television shows, and now work as teachers in Minnesota. Their shared life is a powerful reminder that unity, trust, and balance can turn the extraordinary into something beautifully human. Number 7. Lori and George Chappelle. Lori and George Chappelle spent over 6 decades redefining what it means to live a shared life. Born on September 18, 1961 in West Reading, Pennsylvania, they were craniopagus conjoined twins, connected at the skull yet possessing entirely separate brains and distinct personalities. Though George was born with spina bifida and could not walk, the pair lived independently after leaving an institution in their 20s, eventually settling in a shared apartment in Reading. George pursued his passion for country music, performing internationally and even winning an LA Music Award in 1997, while Lori supported him and worked in hospital laundry services. In 2007, George came out as a transgender man, making them the first conjoined twins with different gender identities recognized by Guinness World Records. Despite personal loss and societal challenges, they lived with dignity, humor, and independence until their passing on April 7, 2024, at age 62, the longest living conjoined twins ever recorded. Number 6. Lucy and Maria Aylmer. Can you believe two twins could look so completely different that people refuse to believe they're even related? That's the case for Lucy and Maria Aylmer from Gloucester, England, born in 1997 to a white father and a half-Jamaican mother. When their mother, Donna Douglas, first saw them, she was stunned. One baby had fair skin, red hair, and blue eyes, while the other had dark skin, brown eyes, and thick curls. The striking contrast was something no one could have predicted. Growing up, the sisters constantly faced disbelief, often having to show their birth certificates to prove they were twins. Even when dressed alike, strangers assumed they were just close friends. Despite the attention and confusion, Lucy and Maria share a strong bond and proudly celebrate their unique genetic mix. Their story is a beautiful reminder that family isn't defined by appearance, and that nature loves to break its own rules in the most surprising ways. Number 5. June and Jennifer Gibbons, the silent twins. June and Jennifer Gibbons, born on April 11, 1963 in Wales, became known as the Silent Twins for their mysterious bond and refusal to speak to anyone but each other. As the only black students in their school, constant bullying drove them inward, leading them to create their own rapid, melodic language derived from Bajan Creole. Efforts by psychologists to help them communicate with others failed, and their isolation deepened. Eventually, the sisters turned to writing stories and plays, but their fascination with dark behavior led to criminal acts of vandalism, theft, and arson. They were committed to Broadmoor Hospital, where they spent 11 years under psychiatric care. During this time, they formed a chilling pact. One would have to die for the other to live freely. When transferred to a lower security clinic in 1993, Jennifer suddenly collapsed and died from acute myocarditis. June survived and now lives quietly in Wales, still carrying the weight of their haunting connection. Number 4. Anne Hunt and Elizabeth Hamill. Few reunions in history are as heartwarming as that of Anne Hunt and Elizabeth Hamill, twin sisters who spent nearly 8 decades apart before finding each other again. Born on February 28, 1936, in Aldershot, England, the twins were separated at 5 months old when their unmarried mother, unable to raise both, kept Elizabeth, who had a spinal condition, and placed Anne for adoption. Anne was raised in Aldershot, unaware she had a twin, while Elizabeth eventually moved to the United States after joining the Women's Royal Naval Service and marrying an American. Their incredible reunion happened on May 1st, 2014, in Fullerton, California, after Anne's daughter uncovered Elizabeth's identity through years of research. The sisters, separated for 77 years and 289 days, entered the Guinness World Records as the longest separated twins ever. Despite living vastly different lives, they shared remarkable similarities, including marrying men named Jim, being widowed, and keeping strong family and faith values until their deaths in 2014 and 2017. Number 3. Lucio and Simplicio Godino. It's hard to imagine a story more unusual than that of Lucio and Simplicio Godino, conjoined twins from the island of Samar in the Philippines. Born on March 8, 1908, the brothers were joined at the lower back, a condition known as pygopagus. Their lives took an extraordinary turn when, at 21, they each married identical twin sisters, Natividad and Victorina Matos, forming one of the rarest pairings ever recorded. Together, the two couples captivated audiences with sideshow and stage performances, playing music in orchestras and dancing on Coney Island in New York. Their fame spread internationally, but their story ended with heartbreak. In 1936, Lucio died from rheumatic fever, prompting surgeons to perform a separation in hopes of saving Simplicio. Though he survived the procedure, Simplicio passed away 2 weeks later from spinal meningitis. Their journey remains a poignant testament to love, resilience, and the deep bond shared between twins. Number 2. Cassandra and Kaya. Every once in a while, you meet twins who seem to share more than just DNA, and Cassandra and Kaya are exactly that kind. Born at 31 weeks and weighing 3.5 and 4 pounds, the girls spent their first 2 months in the NICU before growing into healthy, lively children. By age 3, their parents noticed something different. They spoke fewer than 5 words and showed behaviors that led to an autism diagnosis at 6. From that point on, their days were filled with speech, occupational, and behavioral therapy. Over time, their progress amazed everyone around them. Now 13, Cassandra is bubbly and outspoken, while Kaya is quieter but equally sharp. Together, they run YouTube channels where they bring their vivid imaginations to life through cartoons and animations. As kids, they'd share the same dream and argue about it in the morning, a perfect snapshot of their bond, playful, intense, and beautifully inseparable. Number 1. Esther and Stella Johnston. Nothing about Esther and Stella Johnston's story fits the ordinary. Their names have crossed into 2 very different worlds, each carrying its own fascinating legacy. In modern times, the pair most often associated with the names are twin girls adopted by pop legend Madonna in 2017. Born in Malawi as Estere and Stella Mwail, they spent their early years at the Home of Hope orphanage before being adopted and taking on their mother's surname, Ciccone. Their story drew international attention as a reflection of both love and controversy surrounding celebrity adoptions. Long before that, however, the name Stella had another kind of fame. It was the affectionate nickname given by writer Jonathan Swift to his lifelong friend Esther Johnson in the early 18th century. Whether through Madonna's real-life twins or Swift's literary muse, the names Esther and Stella have remained linked by themes of connection, devotion, and enduring influence across time. The world of twins never fails to surprise, from those who share one body to those who defy every genetic rule. If these stories amazed you as much as they did us, stick around. We've got plenty more unbelievable realities waiting to be uncovered. Hit that like button if you enjoyed the journey, drop a comment telling us which pair fascinated you most, and make sure to subscribe so you never miss what's coming next. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay curious.